Check it out, baby dolls. Welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news. We're looking at a Bitcoin price of around 65K. Everything has taken a bit of a tumble in Ethereum land because Bitcoin is still holding up. This is the 8-hour chart, but check out Ethereum, friends, on this little 8-hour time frame. Ethereum is getting cranked down. It's down 11%. Doesn't really matter what it's really doing, friends. You're scrolling it down here. It's still the same thing over and over and again. I'm going to show you how the Bitcoin ETF did. We have a side-by-side comparison. Interesting. No one's really panicking. Everyone's just kind of annoyed. So we can see it right now, friends. On the left is the Bitcoin ETF launch. Okay, so Bitcoin launched up here. It was $48,000 price. It went all the way down here to about, I think, 36 or 38K. Okay, so it went from like 48 back down to what, like 36, whatever it is, 12%, I think, drop. Then, sorry, it was a 20% drop, and then it recovered up. Did basically a U-turn. So, hey, maybe Ethereum is doing the same right now. Maybe we get to see something like that. Maybe it takes longer. We're due for around mid-August. You want to know what's funny? Around mid-August is here. Okay, so you never know. That could be doing. That could be what it's doing. Like goes up, comes back down, speaks back, do whatever. Mid-August, right? We're always looking for that mid-August. Why? That is where the others BTC says the point in time is going to reflect pen pal friendship. Not just any kind of friendship, the one of the pen pal kind. And that's what we want to see. Also, shout out to my friend Colin, who is talking crypto in this post. Like I said, it will probably be several weeks until the dumping is done, and then we could be off to the races. So this is Grayscale, friends. Grayscale are absolutely destroying it. They have sold $800 million of Ethereum. Man, they did the same thing with Bitcoin. This is garbage. But look at this. It's because they charge such a high rate. That's why they're literally 10x higher. I think they have a new rate, a lower price out here. But it's pretty much, it's a bunch of grifters, man. It's the worst, most high expensive thing ever. It's literally like, friends, it's literally like, let's say there's like a building and there's 40 sets of stairs. There's 40 sets of stairs and you make the only elevator. So then you charge people $100 to use the elevator, right? You know what I mean? Like you just had a full monopoly at one point. And you know what? I hope they actually run out of business, to be honest. I don't like them. I don't like people who do that. I don't like people who do this price gouging bullcrap because you have a monopoly position and you just take advantage of people. So Barry Shilbert and all the other scum there at Grayscale, you're all scum and you're all poopy heads. And if I ever have to put you in another picture, I'm going to make the outline of the picture a brown color using Microsoft Paint, right? Because that's the disrespect you deserve. Now, continuing, friends. All right. The others BTC, honestly, all these other charts, everyone can play around, friends. But others BTC is the most important part. You see, it's still coming down here, ranging around. Still ranging around. It's kind of funny, man. This is wild, friends. Literally, we are now on the same week where the others BTC bottomed out, made the lowest point back 4 years ago. I still remember this moment in time, exactly 4 years ago. Now, it's not 4 years ago in terms of, it wasn't July 2020. It was more towards December 2020. By the way, it was down here, just to let you know, it was down here where, like, this line, right? So around December 2020, this period of time, end of December 2020, where Randy Boo, shout out to Randy Boo, friend of the channel in Crypto Banter, he made the tweet saying, what if we're never an alt season again? What if we literally never get an alt season ever again? What if we were all wrong about altcoins and it's just Bitcoin? It was literally at this moment where you had to go all in. That's funny. And of course, the most important part, friends, is to look at is this mid-August part. But nothing really is allowed to happen unless we flip the weekly super trend. We've got to flip it green because it just means, hey, what would that mean? It would mean on a weekly period, altcoins have been gaining on Bitcoin, but they moved in such a large fashion that it was 3 times their average weekly distance. That's how significant and important it is to flip that green indicator, to flip a green here. So once it does that, it flips this line. Once it flips this line, you'll be basically being told, whoa, man, we've just had a big footprint in altcoins. And then traditionally that lasts 100 days, then it's all over. So we'll see. Now, friends, for altcoins, before I go back to Ethereum, just looking at altcoins, everything's in the same camp, man. I made literally one altcoin video, went to like 40, 50 coins. It started getting boring. It's literally everything's down the exact same thing, right? Here's even Chainlink. How much are you down from the top? You're still down 75%. Doesn't matter what you look at, okay? The unicorn winner was Soylana, but no. That's the unicorn winner from $10 price last year, okay? Buying a unicorn at a unicorn price does not mean you get a unicorn return. All right, absolutely not. Of course, a lot of people think, hey, just keep buying the winners. See how that works, man. Friends, I see this literally at the tops of every cycles. People go from discount hunting mentality when they're rational. Then when something keeps going up, they say, no. We have to bet on the winners. The winners keep winning. Okay, so I've seen it happen in the same people. I've seen their words switch. I've seen their words say like, hey man, this person's making money in this thing. Let me just go and join it. Like they completely forget it's a game because their emotions and their greed. And they no longer think about, let's play some music as well while we crank it, friends. They no longer think about buying cheap. We're gonna mog them. We're gonna mog them good. We will mog them good. I've seen them. How many times, man? Like every time everyone gives up, oh no, this buy low, sell high thing doesn't work. Have to go buy the highest momentum playing thing. They get destroyed every time, friends. And if they don't get destroyed in price dropping 90%, doesn't happen all the time. They get destroyed sideways. They get another blip up, they round trip, and then you'll see it. You'll see it happen. Now, check out the BTC to fractal correlation. Look, retailers are due to around September. That's funny. So hopefully that August flip happens, and then we have things moving in September. But you never really know, friends. I got so much PTSD from September, man. Every single September is just absolutely filthy trash. A good September is a September where the market doesn't absolutely destroy your hopes and dreams. It's just like, oh, you didn't kill me one now. You didn't shoot me in the lungs this time. Okay, you just shot me in the foot. Oh man, it's disgusting. Now, checking out all the altcoins, friends, we can go back and look at Pulse Chain, Chainlink. Doesn't matter what it is, man. BNB, Polygon, Polkadot. You take your bets, and now you're just basically pretty much just waiting for everything to reprice itself higher, the speeds to reprice higher. And then, like, if you're right about the adoption of whatever the thing you're in is, if you're right about your competitive edge, you're going to benefit from it. And look, all those competitive edges, friends, we're speaking about stacking your edges. Obviously, number one, going on chain, important. Number two, you have your active community. You got to look for how active are they, or if they're quiet now, how active can they be? Number three, you have your information asymmetry. You need an edge over the rest of the market. If you have any, please share them. More than happy to listen to them. So we have obviously Pulse Chain, Sacrifice Wallet, 170,000 ETH. That's a key competitive edge we have there. Information asymmetry. You also know about Coinbase and the devs. They're going to allow everybody with like Bitcoin to start degenning in straight from the website and buy into meme coins, layer 2 coins, the base chain meme coins pretty much. What else do you have, friends? You also have maybe front running a KOL. Okay, now I'm a unicorn. Maybe I'm a unicorn. Maybe I am. And maybe I'm going to get to 300,000 subs one day. We got 30,000 here. Maybe you're like, oh, wow, maybe this guy just keeps attracting more people. Now, here's the thing. It's not just attracting 10 people for us to dump on. No, it doesn't work like that. It could be attracting people from exchanges. It could be attracting people who they're brokers. Okay, they're brokers. They want to hook up a deal. They're like, wait a minute, these guys are passionate. If we can get this edge with this community or that meme coin or whatever, it's important because they get higher volume, more business, and it starts funneling that way. That's pretty much what it is. We're going like 0 to 1. Now, we can't find this anywhere else because these people already have their place set in stone where they like get day one listings and everything out there. Okay, so there's key competitive edges, right? There's key information asymmetry. And then you basically have your developers at the end. I've made a whole video about it, speaking about, Coinbase and Ethereum. But there's a bit of a trick to that, right? Because Soylana developers are down 20% in the past 2 years, but the price is going up. So it's kind of showing you as well how much product market fit there is in meme coins. A lot of product market fit. Think about that. They're losing developers, but because they catered to meme coins and they did inside job stuff to Dog with Hat and to Dog with Hat and Bonk, right? And now people and even celebrity meme coins are going on there. I know they're junk. A lot of the things are complete junk. They're just grifts. It's fascinating that they're losing devs, but there's activity still there. there's the activity still there. They crossed 10 million daily, weekly active users per week. So something's going on there, right? But obviously, the bet is, friends, the bet is that it's going to continue being on Soylana. I don't think it has to. I think that meme coin culture, that product market fit they've discovered, I think that can be on any chain. I think it can be. And I think it's going to be a matter of time before people like flesh that out. Now, you probably won't get the high valuations on smaller chains, but you have an advantage. For example, on Pulse, we have a first mover advantage. We've literally gone to a city. And you know what, friends? You've gone to a city and you've opened up the first pizza shop. But no one's really eating pizza yet because it's the first city. People buy their own meat. They go to the butcher. They don't go to a pizza yet. You know, it's not luxury time yet. Maybe it's going to take a few years metaphorically in the city. Maybe it takes a while just for Pulse Chain for people to like, you know, get used to it and then starting to feel the confidence to start splurging. And until we get that point, we're going to see this Bitcoin dominance keep rising. Hopefully, right, it eventually switches around because their ETH BTC is getting absolutely destroyed, which I'll show you. Right here, this ETH BTC is still getting destroyed, friends. Look how bad this thing is. This is on a linear chart. It is still down 69% after 7 to 8 years. It's going to be 8 years, man. There's no way in the next year you're going to break it up. So just showing you how tough it is, man, to outperform Bitcoin and what happens when too many retailers hop on board in your thing. Now, let's go to some really, really juicy juice, friends, just to help you understand what's going on in crypto. Okay, so shout out to Ignas out here. ETH is in limbo. So Ethereum has a third cycle curse, okay? So he's just explaining what actually happened, right? So Ethereum failed to scale the layer 1 while Soylana rapidly gains ground. Layer 2 scaling isn't adding value to Ethereum. It has low Ethereum burn, fragmented liquidity, worse user experience. Airdrop farming is not enticing anymore, low rewards. Even the ETS couldn't ignite FOMO. So remember, friends, I just showed you that. Luckily, I showed you that picture, right? Showing you that, no, they both started off pretty poopy and then it took a while. But look, I've even been aware the whole time. I've been telling you how many times, friends, I've been saying Ethereum third cycle curse for like 1 year and 8 months. Literally at the beginning of 2023, end of 2022, I was tweeting about it. Ethereum third cycle curse. Oh man, that's talk about seeing a target nobody else could even conceive of. That is just insane, right? And yes, that's true, right? Ethereum are focusing on being maximum decentralization. But the problem is when you're focusing on being maximum decentralization, you're trying to be more like Bitcoin with that money part, and the market's not responding to it because the market's moving away from decentralization. It's moving further away from it, which means faster stuff. It just means, hey, faster stuff. How about you stop like spending money on making stuff more decentralized and taking 15 years to implement an upgrade? Why don't you do more things? That's pretty much how the market is going, and we're just fragmenting around. So look, he also mentions the airdrop rewards are absolutely garbage. They're all from the VCs. The VCs own 95% of the coins. It's not enticing people to come in. That's why everyone thought Ethereum was going to do really well, because they thought people were going to buy Ethereum and then stake them for these airdrops. No, man, you all just got grifted, okay? And he also speaks about worse user experience, which is true because it's slower. EVM is slower. But that's why, friends, you have stuff even like on Pulse, you have amazing meme coin communities. You have a Tropa ecosystem, you have Tangang ecosystem, you have the Grays Alien ecosystem, you have 9inch, all these things building. They are fleshing these things out. It doesn't matter if a transaction is 1 or 2 or 3 seconds slower. It does not matter, okay? You're here for the value creation. And now, friends, I've got to play some pump music to prepare us this next part. You know, yeah, markets are going down, friends. We're like waiting. Oh, can you please turn this monthly candle around? Can you turn it around? Yes, friends. Yes, we can. Because I love doing this. The inverse oracle god, Jim Cramer, is officially bearish. We are still overbought. And we are not buying anything yet. As soon as I saw it, friends, I was literally, look how, as soon as I saw this, I just went, oh my gosh, the heavens above have blessed us. Thank you. Unexpected, when you least expect it. Remember, he's one of our exotic top signals, friends. He's one of our exotic ones. He might just come out of nowhere, come out of a retirement somewhere, and just like maybe Bitcoin's at 200K. He's like, dude, there's no way this thing can't be trading under 600,000 in about 3 months. I'm just looking for him to say something like that at the very, very top. Man, that'd be wild. Remember, he has a club as well. Club members know we have been staying away from the buy side for quite a bit. So too early, still too high. Oh man, you gotta love it. Now, friends, moving concurrently to all these, we still have the political things out here. And yeah, they're all just useless news events because it all comes down to the Russell, friends. So before I even like show you a couple of these entertaining things, look at this. This is the Russell, right? The Russell 2000 is a weekly chart, okay? This is a weekly chart. We are still pushing at 220. We need the Russell above 244. So it's at 220. We need it above 244. And then we can go and expand. Everyone knows that now. We're all aware of it. That's the big stock market liquidity index going up. So when we do see these political things come out, it is entertainment. Stuff like, oh, okay, red candles are here. Hopefully it's kind of like a bottom signal. But man, just check out how much these politicians lie. Check this out, friends. This is amazing.
What's Joe Biden going to do? Is he going to stay in the race? Is he going to drop out? Here's my answer. I am running and we're going to win. I'm not going to change that. You know, in recent weeks, it's become clear to me that I need to unite my party in this critical endeavor. So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. That's the best way to unite our nation.
Oh, man. It's just like, who believes these people? No, we know. It's the funny part. We know in crypto, we know they're all lying, man. We know. Not a single person like, oh, wow, this person is 100% on board with everything I agree. Who cares, man? We want them to raise the bid for crypto people. That's what we want. Political fighting. Yes, fight over us in crypto. Raise the bid. It's an auction, friends. Okay, if you're selling your house, okay, this is crypto. So we're selling our votes, and just like selling a house, do you want one person to show up to the auction? They can bid whatever the hell they want. They'll say, oh, okay, your house is worth 500. Okay, I'll bid you whatever. 420. You're like, oh, good. I never thought I'd sell this house. That's crypto people right now. What we want is the demo craps to come in and say, 420 on a bid. We want to bid higher for the crypto people. We have all these like 5 crypto policies from Republicans. Let's double that and let's give them a tax break. And then let's do some anti stuff. Let's promise to do this or that. You know, let's make some more promises. Just do things. You know, you're not going to get all the promises. We know that. But if they keep upping the ante, that's how you win, okay? It's a competitive bid for it. But Democrats, they're not doing anything. That's the sad part. Deep state stuff. They're like, screw these crypto people. We don't want them. Why don't they want them, friends? It's because we're in the then they fight you phase. That's why. Okay, we're in the then they fight you phase. They don't want to shake our hand whatsoever, all right? Because we're doing anti-digital dollar CBD stuff. Check this out.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
What do you do for a living?
I'm a crypto investor.
Wow, okay, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, check out those wheels, baby. That's how it feels like right now, friends. That's exactly how it feels like right now. Hope you rip a burnout in that, sir. So, yes, that's how these are red candles, man. This is what happens. I also want to remind you of this scammer going around, friends. So, Sahil the Scammer. So this guy, he's in Dubai, and he's scammed $40 million from all the celebrity coins. And there is a lot. So shout out to this person, Mr. Loopy, for talking about this and making another article. Caitlyn Jenner, Iggy, Rich the Kid, Jason Derulo. So what he does is he reaches out to them and says, hey, you want to get rich in crypto? Want to make you famous? Let's launch a coin. He says that. And then he controls it himself. And what he does is he gives themselves the coins and he dumps on everyone. But he logs into their Twitter account. They give him access to their Twitter account. And then he like endorses the coin. Okay, and then he ends up deleting. He's really, really shifty, man. You can't trust this guy whatsoever. The stuff he's doing, he tweet the address. People buy in, and then he dumps, and then 10 minutes later he deletes the tweet, just so everyone knows about these things, right? So Sahil is yet to face any criminal charges because he's based in Dubai, and the celebrities are hesitant to go after him because they feel partly at fault. Yes, because they're all being greedy too. Like, oh, you had every intention to dump the coin, didn't you? That's why, friends. That's why. Like, how do you push this thing forward? Well, just know that, man. We have our own celebrities, meme coins. You know, like Peppy, even Peppy's best friend, Land Wolf, right? Dick with Butt, HOA, Pico and Pulse. We have our own mascots. We have our own celebrities. Okay, these are the ones we all create and flesh. These human ones, yeah. There's fallacies out here. You end up like this Rich the Kid type of price chart where everything drops down. You had the Hulk. We got rugged by Hulky Hogan as well. So I mean, like, yeah, man, paid $40 million. That's disgusting. But we can change it up, friends, just to enlighten the scenario with what's going on.
One move to drive the guy crazy in bed. You gotta give him a hot tooth and spit on the fan.
That meme got old real fast, didn't it? Well, just to remind you, fans, very important, okay? Very important. Ranny Boo from the Crypto Banter channel, he was discussing, like, hey, if meme coins had product market fit, something's wrong because the Hawk 2 girl didn't catch on. He says it's one of the greatest, most newest memes ever. Yes, but you got to invert it with the time. The longer a meme is around, the more staying power it has. Dick with butt. Okay, ancient Romans were drawing wheelies, graffiti wheelies, and making statues out of flying winged wheelies, just like dick with butt. Looks like an ancient dick butt for 2,000 plus years. Okay, you have many other themes. You know, Princess Peach, Super Mario, all these things that live in our minds, friends. These things have real estate in our minds. We recognize them. Those are the things that last. Bitcoin is from 2008, okay? 16 years, 15 years old. Donald Trump, when did he get on The Apprentice? 2005. It's been a meme for almost 20 years, man. So this type of meme stuff, the longer the brand stays in your mind, the higher the odds it has to survive. And that's why if you can tap in to these ancient memes, you win, okay? Doge, man's best friend. How long has that been around? Ancient Romans had literally statues of dogs' friends. Literally statues of them, okay? So, hey, it's a joke, man's best friend. That's what it is. That's what the joke is, by the way, okay? So, yes, you're understanding it now. Now, what's probably going to happen is if the memes continue this cycle, everybody's going to hunt for every single type of meme, making characters, every humanity type meme, probably look through the Bible, look through stories, look through any culture, whatever it is, okay? And the new things that are emerging, yes, it's going to be, that's probably how it's going to play out. And well, I guess we'll see which ones have staying power. Now, friends, because we are on Crypto's Juiciest News, I want to give you a full synopsis on the whole crypto industry and what's going on, okay? So, firstly, let's start with the important. We're going to go through this article, right? So, shout out to Ignas for this article, but you're not missing out on anything, okay? Everything I've covered, we've pretty much gone through, and we've gone through diligently, and I've told you, okay, like airdrops and farming, all this other stuff, they're basically scams. The people who make the money are the VC insiders themselves and the people shilling you the links. The people shilling you the links, they collect the bonuses of everyone. They're the ones who get the good yield. Everyone else, the retailers, get destroyed, okay? So look at this, right? We're actually going to start with a tweet from Adam Cocky. So Cocky says, obviously, first they ignore, then they laugh, then they fight you, then you win. We are literally in the then you win phase where the people who have been fighting us for years, realizing that fighting isn't the right path. They know it's a losing fight. We are trying to find the way forward. When you go from no politicians speaking about you to bipartisan bills in Congress and the party that was seen as your biggest enemy now trying to engage more, that's what winning is like. Now, here's the thing, friends. I'm just, look, man, I never drop my guard. All right? I'll never drop my guard ever. I'm not so convinced we're in the then you win phase. I feel like we're still in then they fight you. And to be honest, I feel like we're still going to be in it next cycle. Then they fight you. That's what I just feel. I feel like there's still going to be a few more things coming out. Right? I won't believe we are in the then you win phase until they have rolled out that digital dollar, and it's been a couple of years. All right, I don't trust it. I know what it is, friends. We are on a better system. There is absolutely no way on earth you are sitting in your cabal, these deep state insiders. There is no way you're sitting there looking at crypto going like, oh, don't worry about them. If we reach that next target. If we reach the next target, friends, you understand this, right? The total crypto market cap target, we're at 2 trillion, man. Gold 16. So if crypto goes up and actually hits like 8, 9, 10 trillion. You got to remember, gold was just 10 trillion a few years ago. So gold has to be manipulated by central banks, by the US Fed. It has to, and Goldman Slugs and JP Mosquito. So if gold was a threat at 10 trillion, then why isn't crypto going to be a threat when it's at 10 trillion? All right. So that's how I basically reverse engineered this. But let's go through a synopsis. Let me explain more things going on in the crypto industry, right? So Bitcoin ETF, right? So there's been Bitcoin Ethereum ETF, government policy flip-flopping, potential interest rate decreases. We really lack strong internal innovations to attract retail. Okay, so he explains there were only 2 internal catalysts for FOMO in this bull run so far: meme coins and airdrop farming. Now, airdrop farming, yes, there was FOMO from people jumping in, but who actually won? See, meme coins, everybody made like 10, not everyone sold 10 to 14x, but everybody, all these coins were going up and they still have life in them, right? And on this recovery, people still say, you know what, meme coins, okay, there's a lot of them, there's too many of them, but they can fly and they're cheap. Okay, people still say that. Okay, airdrop farming, all the money went to the VC insiders, all the money went to the referral link shillers, and yes, that's unfortunate. So airdrop farming reignited both the old and the new DeFi dApps, generating seemingly bullish engagement metrics that turned out to be mostly fake, he says, driven by degens using dApps solely for airdrops, which is, I mean, like exactly as predicted. That's why, friends, I spent 1.5 years teaching you that this DeFi tech stuff, I've been telling you, community is the asset, not the code. Community is the asset. These things don't have a community, okay? They have a pot of gold and they're just selling tickets to everybody to come touch the pot of gold. That's what they're doing in a village, okay? That's not a real community, because if you take the pot of gold, what you got? Nothing. Look at something like Hex, for example. You have the inverse, perfect inverse, okay? So the price drops 99.5%, okay? There's no money left in the bid, no money left. People still in the cult because of the idea of Richard Hart and this whole community sense of belonging, all the tattoos, everything in the community, all right? So you remove all the money, they're still there. Whereas with these airdrop stuff, you just remove like 10% of the money and they leave already. 10%, 20%. You remove the money, they're all gone. No one's actually there because they believe in it. He even explains here, right? The excitement around airdrop farming has diminished, clear in declining sentiment on X and reduced interest rates on lending platforms as farmers borrowed assets to maximize their farming. So that's what's been going on. He even has this chart here, right? He says, you can see the stablecoin index dropping from 20% down to 7%, but it's still higher than a year ago, okay? So I think that was a stablecoin. That's the lending rate, maybe, the supply rate, whatever it is. So this is not news to anyone. The uncertainty is how we continue to print tokens into the market and convince people to buy those tokens. So he's saying exactly what your friend Simon's been saying for a long time, okay, friends? He's just like, oh, wow, I had this revelation. Love you, Ignas, all right? You little cute penguin, you little fluffy penguin. Now, look, that's what I've been saying, friends. The new innovation is we got to figure out how we distribute tokens out here. We tried Bitcoin proof of work. That worked for Bitcoin, okay? Now if you do proof of work, it's too annoying. You don't want to get a computer just to participate. Okay, how else can you distribute tokens? We tried DeFi. The problem is they give themselves too many coins. The VC insiders give themselves too many coins. And then when you do something like Andre Cronje, when you do completely fair launch, still the coins go down. So you're not guaranteed to go up. So how do you distribute coins fairly? Well, friends, I think we're asking the wrong questions in the crypto industry. That's what I think. Personally, okay? Personally, not even personally, friends. I know in all 3 of my testicles, the question is wrong. How do we distribute tokens fairly? You should not be asking that question. That's a wrong question. If you want to distribute tokens fairly, you have implied to everybody you already have something valuable. No, we don't. See, what these people want to do, friends, is they want to distribute tokens fairly for good growth. But the growth rate doesn't matter, man. It's like saying, well, how do I get this train to go faster? But the train is missing half its wheels, half its carriage doors, okay? Maybe the train conductor is literally just a piece of bread, like a loaf of bread, all right? It's not even a human there. It's just like a loaf of bread sitting on the seat. You see what I mean? You got some issues there. So that's I think the question we have to ask is, friends, how do we make valuable tokens? That's the question we have to ask. Not how do I distribute them? How do I dump tokens out to people who can shill? That's what they're asking, by the way. That's, if you read between the lines, people are always asking in crypto, how can I give tokens out to people just enough so that they shill it to pump my bags? Wrong question, man. Wrong question. Like you're asking about the train. How do I make a train faster? Okay. Well, firstly, you know that loaf of bread, that conductor, you got to change it. Okay, that's what it comes down to in crypto. That's what I think philosophically we're asking the wrong questions. Okay, he continues. It's my biggest headache every cycle. We find new ways to issue tokens to the markets. Points-For-Airdrop was just the latest trend, but certainly not the final one. And being first to realize how printing press works generates the highest ROI. Okay, so, you know, interesting. I might make a whole video just dedicated to these, so we go through that, because this is really important. Okay, so that's where the crypto industry is right now. He actually goes through in this article, friends. He goes through in this article, and I've got more posts. He goes through his consumer applications that were tried and stuff. So look at this. DeFi OG tokens appear to be dead, but a major shift in the market is approaching a new FOMO wave. So there isn't a new FOMO wave, by the way. Just showing you, okay? Just like this consumer application. You got one, poly market. Okay, we're betting on Donald Trump stuff, you know? So think about this. The most important thing you can take from this news show today, Juicy News. That's why, friends, highest value content in crypto. It's not even close. Squeaky chair, like, subscribe. Telling you now, you have to be asking, how can I make a token valuable? How can I sustain it being value? How can I do that? Why doesn't anybody in crypto ask that question? It's because they have good intentions. All right, what do I mean by that? Well, you've heard that saying, right? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, in crypto, no one asks, how do I make a token valuable? Because they are basically born into this crypto tech industry where people are saying, hey, don't worry about that value part. Make the tech. If you make good tech, people will buy your coin. You're here to make something scarce. So make a tech where you can sell, say, entries into your technology, a product or a service with limited number of spots. So people have to buy into your token. Just like Ethereum. Ethereum is selling decentralized block space. There are a limited number of blocks, you know, every 14 seconds, whatever it is. So everybody is bidding to get into that block. That's why it's a unicorn, right? Same as Bitcoin, yes? Same thing. But the utility, friends, the utility doesn't actually solve for everything. It's just like a little cream on top of the cake. It's not the whole cake. The whole cake is pretty much, it's the cult. You need people to believe something has value. Think about everything in this world. What has value, friends? When I say value. Okay, think about luxury stuff. Why does a Rolex have value, right? It's that word Rolex. So I'm just saying the word Rolex to you. You're already imagining like a glistening, big dial, like shiny watch. Maybe you're imagining a guy with a suit, and he's like, you know, he's partying. Maybe he's got some babes. Maybe they have like, you know, 14,000 incisions into their face because they've had so much plastic surgery. Those types of guys. Maybe he's driving like a Ferrari, right? And he's got, you know, see what I mean? This image, where did it come from? How come when I say the word Casio, the sexiest watch to mankind, mind you, when I say like a Casio digital watch, you're thinking of like a guy with hairy arms. He's probably got like, you know, 8-dimensional mathematics capabilities, probably a PhD, probably really, really smart, carries pens in his front pocket, right? He's probably Harry High Pants type of guy, large brown leather shoes. He's basically a nerd. That's what you're imagining in your head already. Okay, why? Where did this come from? Well, it came from their marketing and their branding. You see? So you have to be a cult. That's it. But you can't just be a cult. You can't just be like a bunch of people who just say circle jerk themselves out. You can't do that. Bitcoin's a cult. It starts off as a cult. It's growing to something big. So that's what we have to explore. We are doing that right now. But I'm telling you, hey, what are signs that something is actually going to be valuable for this cycle, you know? It's a tough game, friends. It is tough, okay? We're doing branding, all right? We're doing branding because what can you offer in a crypto community that someone else can't? You have to start asking that. What services? Because that's what you're doing. You're selling a currency. You're selling access into a community. And, you know, sometimes, yeah, it's hype, it's excitement, it's a bull market speculation vehicle. It is all those things. But these are the things we have to be focusing on. What actually makes something valuable? And you got to remember, man, I'll leave you with this. The only way something stays up in price is because there's a bid of US dollars and people say, no deal. I'm not taking the US dollars out. That's how anything stays up in price. Okay. There's a certain bid. All right. So with Hex has, I think, PHEX, for example, has like $6 million on the bid. $6 million on the bid, $6 million on the ask. Okay. with Bitcoin has probably like $500 million on the bid for a 2% spread. Okay, so it's got more than 500 million for the whole line. But yeah, if you want to sell Bitcoin down 2%, that's $500 million. You got to think, okay, there are $500 million worth of money that are not taking themselves out. There's billions of dollars worth of money that's not taking itself out. This is how we have to start rewiring our minds to figure out, okay, what is actually going to make something valuable? Well, it comes down to being a cult, friends. That's it. Why? Because at the start, the cult only has promises of the grandeur life. Hey, we will rise to heaven. We will be the chosen ones of salvation. It really is like a religious, spiritual experience. That's the only thing. Faith is keeping you in there. Faith. That's the only reason why you don't sell at the start. If you put in $1,000 into a coin and then it goes up 5x, you should be getting out. Should be. Why don't you? It's because you want to believe. That's why, friends, greed, people want to be in a cult. They want this thing to go for. They want to be a Miladies. They want the Pulse Chain Hex. They want them behind them. So these are unique circumstances that happen. Satoshi, Bitcoin cult. Okay. So navigating crypto forward, we already know, right? If you're a tech thing, yeah, man, your technology, they're focusing too much on the technology of the coding. They should focus more on the technology of how do you hack humans into being in a cult. That's what you want, right? And is it even ethical? Because what are you actually doing? You're trying to get people to convince themselves that having $10 into your cult entry might not be enough. Maybe you need $10,000. Okay, are these even ethical things to talk about? Because you're dealing with commodities, friends. You're dealing with this, okay? And this is the uncertain world we're in. I love that we haven't figured this out because that means you and I still have euphoria waves ahead of us, okay? People haven't figured this out. They don't know what's going on. That's why, friends, memes are like cults. That's it. Memes are like cults, 100% like cults. I mean, look at the energy and the passion. It's fantastic to see that these answers, they're not clear. All right, if they're not clear, we have edge. As long as we have edge, we're always going to make it, okay? Go to stock market. It's a completely different game, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.